This place, we got a drought for 3 years, and that drought caused plenty problems. All the people scattered because they didn't have food to eat. They couldn't plow. There was no rain. There's no water to drink.
Ayinesi yafanungu yana yezila ichi yimo uko jena dova uko sita ujeni pa.
Southern Africa, a dry and variable climate. People, cattle, crops, and wildlife all depend on access to water, the one vital constant in a volatile landscape of transient rainfall, drought, and flood. Global mechanisms drive the region's rainfall. A band of moisture known as the Intertropical Convergence Zone brings seasonal rains from October to March. However, the amount and timing of this rainfall varies from year to year. The last decade has seen an increase in the number of extreme flooding events. These floods devastated crops and livelihoods. Yet much of southern Africa has also been drier since the 1980s. Mean annual rainfall has declined, and rainfall variability has increased. Farmers must choose what to plant and when to plant it based on what they think the rainy season will bring. Small-scale irrigation is essentially non-existent, so farmers rely almost entirely on rainfall. The Limpopo region characterizes many of the challenges faced by people throughout southern Africa.
Arsokori era kana zabudi ndi 2000 arsoko 2001 yo zamanyana na 2002 yo kumbulura ra roli mamara ya kumbulura.
A large swath of the region, including the Limpopo Basin, received less rain over the last 30 years than it did prior to 1980. Variability is a major issue, but lack of rainfall continues to place the most serious constraints on livelihoods. Drier conditions mean less water for valuable livestock, which households rely on to mitigate uncertainty. In addition to changing climatic conditions, recent decades have also brought massive changes to the social systems of the Limpopo and many parts of southern Africa. Historically, both the apartheid government policies and early wildlife conservation strategies denied people access to traditional lands and livelihood practices.
You see, all the mountains here were scattered with villages. You're supposed to get one village here at Madimbo, one village at Masese, one village at Bendimdare. All the mountains were villages. People were not staying in one place. So the South African government came with a plan that they must take all the people and come and make the stand. All the stands, they put the people together.
Ambala abakota ku kudlaya baswili phela. Ko sala vana vatsanana va swi tivi. Hikuva ava va dyondzisanga. Ku fana na mina ku sweswi ni fanele ku dyondzisa vana ku rima ku noko ni fa va ta sala va rima. Se vana lava ava va dyondzisanga ku va dlaya. Va fili. Ava va dlaya.
When the people were scattered there, they were living a better life because they used to plow as they like. They used to make some fields on their own and plow. But when they were brought for the stand, for the system of democracy or making the stand, people started suffering. Some cannot even plant. because people were grouped together.
mati khali hina hino wala khuluka ko wala mlambo kusukela ka rivubu anwiwa vembe anwiwa tsali anwiwa loko se yi tele mulambu liya hi chava tingwe loko mi tipfula tina a hi ka wala wa a tipfula wala loma ya ka ya hlengelela loma hi ka wona hino
sa chirungu nga tito ku community ikaitsiru muni loko o famba rile ha uya na usiku ku ani vo fulisa va kuni un'wana un'wana na fulisa ugubu zwaku uya na usiku.
Changes in river flows and their timing result in more intense bouts of both flooding and drying. Increasing numbers of humans, cattle, and wildlife must all compete for this dwindling and unpredictable resource.
When I was young, at the age of 10, that river at Masisi was running as a river. We used to wash in the river, in the dams of the Masisi River, because the river is coming from the Limpopo River. The problem which caused that the river must get dry. That's what we call it, the cattle from the Mandevele for the government. They brought plenty more cattle for grazing in the area. The Limpopo River gets full 3 or 4 times a year. But now at present you find the Limpopo River is running twice a year. But all the water is under the sand.